Okay, today we are going to do a numerical on electromagnetism. Let us write the statement of the numerical. So, this is the statement of the numerical. Well, students, I have written the statement that verify the Stokes theorem for a vector g, which is equal to 2x square y I cap plus xy j cap plus y square z square k cap over a closed rectangular path as shown in the figure. This is the closed rectangular path over which we will verify the Stokes theorem. Okay, let me write the solution. We verify this Stokes theorem. So according to Stokes theorem, theorem, we know that integration of any vector g over closed path c is always equal to integration over open surface integration of the curl of that vector over the area inside the closed path. This is we have to verify. Okay, so we are given the value of g. So therefore, given g vector is equal to 2x square y I cap plus xy j cap plus y square z square k cap. So this is g vector given to us. Therefore, the rectangular components of g vector are given by gx will be equal to 2x square y, gy will be equal to xy, and gz will be equal to y square z square. So this is the components of g. Also, the expression for small displacement in space is given by expression for arbitrary displacement in space is given by so dl vector is equal to dx I cap plus dy j cap plus dz k cap. This is a trivial answer which result which we should remember. This is how displacement is written in space, and there should be no doubt about this to anybody. So therefore, by standard dot product result, we can write g vector dot dl vector, it is equal to gx dx plus gy dy plus gz dz. So we want to verify Stokes theorem. Now left hand side of equation 1 can be written as follows. We can write integration over closed path g dot dl. This closed path is the rectangular path, so therefore I can write it as like this. I will start from, you can see, I will start from O, then I will go to P, then I will go to Q, then I will go to R. Since path is closed, therefore I have to come back to O. only then the path, closed path will be covered. So I can write it as closed path O, P, Q, R and O, G dot dl. Now this closed path is sum of four open paths. So therefore I can write it integration from O to P G dot dl plus integration from P to Q G dot dl plus integration from this is Q to, sorry, this was vector, plus integration from Q to R G dot dl and plus integration from R to O G dot dl. So this is how we can break one integration, one closed integration, this one, into some of these four open integrations. So let me now go to the next part. I will use this part of the screen. Okay, now we have to find these four integrations one by one. First of all, I will discuss path O to P. Now you can see for this path, you can see x is changing from 0 to 2. The value of x is 0 at O and the value of x is 2 at P. Then the y value is 0 everywhere because we are moving only on the boundary, because it is a closed path integration, it is a one dimensional, it is a line integration. We are moving only on the path from O to P, and O to P is on x axis, so y will be 0. Since whole of the closed path lies in the xy plane, therefore it is clear that y is 0 as well as z is also 0. So z is also 0. Now take the derivative. Since x is a variable, therefore dx is not 0 because x is a variable. Since y is constant, therefore derivative of y, that is dy, will be 0. Similarly, z is a constant, so derivative of z, that is dz, it will also be 0. Therefore, our g dot dl will be equal to, simply equal to gx dx using equation number 5, because you can see here dz is 0, dy is 0, so it will be simply equal to gx dx. It will become 2x square y and dx. It will be 2, sorry, I have to clear it. It will be 2x square y and dx. Here I have used equation number 3, but y is 0, so it will be 0 because y is 0. So therefore integration of g dot dl from O to P will be equal to integration of 0 dot dl from O to P, and this answer will be 0. So this is equation number 6. I guess you are clear about this part. So this is something which we must remember. So I need this diagram. Okay, this diagram I need, so I have pasted it. So we can now continue our discussion. If you see the previous page, I have found the value of one integration. This first component has been calculated. It is 0. Let us go to now path P to Q. Let us go to this. So wait for some time. Okay, let us now do for path P to Q. For path P to Q. Now, if you are moving from P, the value of x here is 2 and go at Q, the value of x here also is 2. In between y is changing from the value of y is 0 here and value of y is 1 here. So I can say x is equal to 2 and y starts from 0 and ends up at 1 and z, because segment PQ also lies in the xy plane, so z will be 0. Now since x is constant, if I take the derivative of x, it will become dx, it will be 0. Y is variable, so therefore its derivative will not be 0. And z is a constant, so its derivative dz will also be 0. Now therefore we can have g dot dl will be simply equal to gy dy, that is equal to x y dy. If you see previous page, gy is actually xy. Is it okay? So let me now put the value and see what happens, and then we will continue further. Okay, so this is nothing but 2y dy. Now see that because of this dy, you can see y is a variable, and you can see from here limits of y are 0 to 1. Therefore this integration from P to Q of g dot dl will be simply equal to integration of y from 0 to 1 to y dy, and if you solve it, it will be simply y square. I will put the limits here. So after that, if you evaluate these limits, then therefore you will get integration from P to Q g dot dl, it will be simply equal to 1. So this I have now found two integrations. This is the first integration in equation 6, this is the second integration. Now we have found the second part. We will now calculate the third part. So let us say this is equation number 7. Wait for a while, let the new page load. Now this is equation number 7. So next is our path number, for path this is Q to R. Now you can very easily see at Q the value of x is 2 and at R the value of x is 0, and from Q to R, well, y always remains equal to 1. So I will say 2 is the value of x, starting value of x, and 0 is the end value of x. Y is everywhere 1, since again this segment QR lies in the xy plane, so z obviously is 0. If I take the derivative, then derivative dx will not be 0, derivative dy will be 0, and derivative dz, it will be 0. Next is if I continue my discussion, Therefore, integration from this q to r g dot dl, it will be equal to integration of it will be simply equal to g x dx. The value of x here is 2, this value is 0, and it will be equal to integration 2 to 0. Gx is nothing but 2x square y and dx. It will become integration from 2 to 0, 2x square and 1 and dx, because for this path y is 1. So after that, if I write it some here, then this will become integration, 2 will be outside, it will be from 2 to 0 x square, and it will be x square dx, and this will be 2x cube by 3 from 2 to 0, and it will be nothing but it will be 16 minus 16 by 3. Let us say this is equation number 8. Let us now go to path number, the fourth path, that is from R to A. Path, this is, sorry, I have to erase this portion. Okay, so this is now from R to O. You can see at the value, at R the value of y is 1, and at O the value of x is 0. So sorry, y at O the value of y is 0 and x is 0 everywhere. So x is 0 everywhere, y is decreasing from 1 to 0, and again this segment also lies in xy plane, so z is 0. If I take the derivative, dx will be 0. Since y is variable, so dy will not be 0 and dz will be 0. Therefore, g dot dl will be again equal to gy dy, which is actually xy dy, and since x is 0, so it will be 0 into y and dy, it will be 0. Therefore, integration from R to O g dot dl will be equal to integration of 0 from R to O, and this answer will be 0. This is equation number 9. So if you put values from 6, 7, 8 and 9 in equation, let me see what is that equation number.
So 0 dy, sir.
Okay, thank you, 0 dy. This was equation number, I did not give it any equation number, so I can give it as equation number star, because I forgot to give any number to this equation. So in equation number star, now please see, this is equation number star. So if I put this value, then our answer will become in equation number star. So here I will write here 0 d, it will be 0 into dy. So it will be 0 dy, that will be 0. Therefore, our answer, integration over closed path g dot dl will be equal to, first answer was 0, second answer was 1, third answer was minus 16 by 3, fourth answer is again 0, and this answer is actually minus 13 by 3, and this is my equation number 10. If you want to take the screenshots of this portion, you can take, otherwise I will move to the next page. Is it okay for you? Should I move to the next page? Okay, I'm going to move to the next page. So please wait for a while. Let me, I need this figure again. So let me pinch it from here. Okay. Okay, this is the new page. So I will now, if I show you the previous page, we have found this, and this is what we have done so far. So this is the left hand side of the Stokes theorem, and the right hand side of the Stokes theorem is to be calculated now. You can see we need this one, and this. Del cross G dot ds. Let us now go for this. Now please see that the plane of the closed path is the xy plane. So I will have to write for rectangular path O P Q R S R O, the plane is xy plane. So therefore whole area of this rectangle lies in xy plane, which I have shown shaded region. Shaded region, that is yellow colored. I have shown it. So therefore I can very easily say that therefore z vector z is 0 throughout the surface, throughout the open surface S. So this is the open surface S. So if I draw a small elementary area, let us say this is elementary area ds, you can see the length of this area is along x-axis, so I can call it as dx, and breadth of this area is along y-axis, so I can call it as dy. So this shaded area, very simply we can see that ds is nothing but it is equal to dx and dy, but I want to write ds vector. This is the area vector of elementary area, area vector of elementary area. Now you can find this area vector from your knowledge in your school physics. You know that area vector, it is the product of two things. One is the area, other is a unit vector. It is a unit vector normal to area. Unit vector normal to area. Normal to area. Now you see, since this is in x, this is in y, if I use right hand thumb rule, using RHTR, right hand thumb rule will tell me, if I, let me change the color of the pen, let us say if I rotate right hand from x to y, let us say in this direction, so this is right hand movement, right hand fingers rotation, then you can very easily see your thumb will be in this direction, and this direction is nothing but z axis, so the unit vector is k cap. So therefore I can very easily write it as dx and dy and k cap. So I have found this area vector, ds vector. Now we need to, let me see what is the equation number that I have given so far. I have given up to equation number 10. So this is equation number 11. So we know that g vector is equal to 2x square y I cap plus xy j cap plus y square z square k cap, it will become simply equal to g vector will be simply, sorry, I have to erase this portion also. Therefore I can write g vector equal to 2x square y plus, sorry, I cap plus xy j cap plus 0 k cap, because z is 0 over the shaded area. Therefore also we know that del vector is equal to curly upon curly x I cap plus curly upon curly y j cap plus curly upon curly z k cap. Therefore I can evaluate del cross G as follows. It will be I cap, then j cap, then k cap, then it will be curly upon curly x, curly upon curly x, it will be curly upon curly y, it will be curly upon curly z. This will be 2x square y, this will be xy, this will be 0, and this will become equal to I cap curly upon curly x, it will be 2x square y, it will be curly, sorry, it will not be like this, I have made a mistake here. It will be curly upon curly y, it will be curly upon curly z, it will be xy, it will be 0 minus j cap. Now it will be curly upon curly x, curly upon curly z, it will be 2x square y, and it will be 0. Then we will have k cap, it will be curly upon curly x, it will be curly upon curly y, this will be 2x square y, and this will be xy. So if I solve this, I will get I cap multiplied by, this will be curly upon curly y of 0 minus curly upon curly z of xy, then minus j cap, it will be curly upon curly x of 0 minus curly upon curly z of 2x square y, and plus k cap, it will be curly upon curly x of xy minus curly upon curly y of 2x square and y. Now this term will be 0 and this will be 0. Kindly remember that these are partial derivatives. Similarly, this will be 0 and this term will also be 0, because this is derivative with respect to z x and this is derivative with respect to z, and all these derivatives are partial. Similarly, this answer will be y and this answer will be this will be 2x square. So our final answer will be, let me write it slightly down. Therefore you can see that our answer will be, final answer will be del cross G will be simply equal to k cap, and it will be I think y minus 2x square. So k cap, and it will be, sorry, let me, k cap, and it will be y minus 2x square. Let us say this is equation number 12. So let us now find the right hand side. Let me show what we want to find in the right hand side. So wait for a while. Look, we want to find the surface integration of del cross G over the open surface. So let me go to this part so that we can evaluate it. So let the new page load. After that we are just going to finish it. So I am adding a new page. So therefore right hand side is equal to double integration over the open surface del cross G dot ds. And it will be equal to double integration del cross G is actually k cap into y minus 2x square dot k cap, and it will be dx and it will be dy. Now since this is dx and dy, so first integration should have limits of x, and if you see the you can see if I draw any closed surface here or here or here, these are not closed surfaces, these are elementary surfaces which are open. Any elementary surface if I draw, all surfaces should be within this whole closed path OPQ R, and for all these closed paths or elementary areas, the value of x will start from 0 and end up at 2, and value of y will start from 0 and end up at 1. So the limits of x are 0 to 2 and limits of y are 0 to 1. So I will therefore put these integration limits, then it will be almost over. So it will become x going from 0 to 2 and y going from 0 to 1. It will be y minus 2x square and dx dy. Please remember that k dot k cap dot k cap, it is 1. So I can now integrate. It will be x going from 0 to 2 and y going from 0 to 1. It will be y dx dy minus x going from 0 to 2 and y going from 0 to 1. It will be 2x square dx dy, and I can evaluate this. This will be, now I can take this dx outside, so I can write it here like this: x going from 0 to 2, then I will put bracket, then I will write it like this: y going from 0 to 1, it will become y dy, then whatever is the answer, it will be dx minus. Similarly I can write here x going from 0 to 2, then I can put a bracket, and after that I can write here dy integration y going from 0 to 1. Whatever this answer comes, it will be multiplied by 2x square, then I will write it as dx. Now it will be x going from 0 to 2, and this integration, if you solve it, this integration will be half, you can very easily see, and this integration will be equal to 1. So it will be simply half dx minus, it will be x going from 0 to 2, it will be 2x square into 1, sorry, yes, it is okay, into dx. So in the next step you can see that this integration will be half, and the integration of dx will be x, and limits will be 0 to 2 minus, similarly this will be 2x cube by 3, and the limits will be from 0 to 2. If I find this answer, it will become half into 2 and minus, it will become 2 into 2 raised to power 3 by 2. It will be simply 1 minus 16 by 3, and it will be minus 13 by 3. So this is actually my equation number. If I see that what is the equation number, it is equation number 13. So we sorry, this was so this is equation number 13. So from from equation number from equation 13 and what was the previous equation? I think it was 10 and
10.
10, we can see that left hand side is equal to right hand side, or we can see that integration of g vector over closed path is equal to integration of del cross g over open area. Therefore Stokes theorem is verified for given vector. I hope you will find this example useful. So thank you. Thanks a lot.